Hello, my beautiful friends. It's me again. Sorry for the lack of updates. I've actually been busy, so it's not a laziness thing this time. There's just so much stuff going on. There's so much happening in Sunny Beach, the world's #1 resort, as you know. So much stuff happening in Bulgaria. I've been doing lots of trips and just lots of stuff around the house, and I've actually been waking up at a normal time, not at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, going on little trips and doing sort of fun things. And house renovations have taken just completely consumed my life. That's all finally finished, but let me just catch you up super quickly. So I am now currently in the beautiful, and I mean beautiful, and I'm just really telling you beautiful, town of Ruse, which is in the north of Bulgaria, which is the border town between Bulgaria, of course, to the north, with Romania. This is where they have the bridge that takes you to Bucharest, and you know they have all the stuff here. Brand new bridge, kind of brand new, but this is the point where the vast majority of folks, if they do travel north of Bulgaria, this is where they come. I can't believe how absolutely stunning this place is. I got a bit of a walk through yesterday in the middle of the night, and I mean, just we'll go for a tiny walk. I'm downtown right now. This is just absolutely freaking so pretty here, and just kind of, you know, roaming around. I arrived yesterday. I left Sunny Beach late sort of afternoon. I have my bike here. I got a super cool hotel overlooking the Danube. Of course, I'm on the massive, epic Danube River here, the big river crossing that cuts Bulgaria with Romania. And it's really something. My view from my hotel, oh my goodness, incredible. So I'm not sure who this person here is, but look at this. I mean, it's so beautiful. Like, you know, the flowers and people and everybody's hanging out. And I mean, it's what, just 2 o'clock in the afternoon on I guess it's Wednesday today. Absolutely freaking epic. I left yesterday afternoon. I took the weird road that I had taken a few years ago, because I took my camper van to Romania many years ago, and the roads were absolutely, I mean, you were driving, wow, I'm not even exaggerating, 20 kilometers an hour. Right now, it is fucking unbelievable what they've done with the Bulgarian folks, the engineers, and all the workers have done. All the back roads, you know, of course we have the main highway. I know I like to talk about these roads, but the side roads between villages now, from the coast even north through Schumann, through the fucking epic villages, and I must have crossed about 25 of them yesterday on my super cool bike, and it's like glass. I mean, it's like, you know, it's just like glass. They did such a fantastic job, and they're all, of course, twisty just for me. It's like they did everything. They just did everything for me. Hi. Hello, sir. Nice to see you.
Enjoying this place?
Of course, I love it here.
Give a lot of information about this architect now.
Okay, tell me who this guy is.
This is by Arnoldo Zocchi. He's an Italian architect who's famous, and he built Arnoldo Zocchi not only this monument but also other things.
Whoa, cool.
Other here.
So you live here, I'm assuming.
I used to live here.
Okay.
I was born here, but I live in the capital right now.
Oh,
but sometimes
I love the capital. I love Sofia. Nice to meet you. My name is Matt.
My name is Vader.
Nice to meet you, Vader. Thank you for your time.
Great.
Ciao. So now we know a little bit. So the roads between the villages and between, you know, the bigger towns all the way up to the Danube, I don't think anything as good exists anywhere in the world. I'm gonna say that right out, period. When, you know, and this is not the only road. They're all kind of like this now. You kind of have to choose your path, because there's still some crappy roads in other places. But I was just like screaming into my helmet yesterday as I was cruising in a 200. It's about a 250 kilometer drive from my place on the coast to get here, essentially to touch the river. And I was just like screaming into my helmet as I was driving, just an absolute freaking joy. I could not believe traffic and everybody's super nice driving around here, which is awesome. I've always had good experience with Bulgarian drivers. You know, outside of them throwing garbage out the fucking window, you know, they pass, they would always honk, flash their lights, always, you know, I've always talked about this, and I always, you know, thank you. So anyways, cruise around yesterday, stopped in Schumann for a bit, you know, just gas stops and stuff. I had a coffee from the machine, the best thing ever, and a hotel, and roamed around yesterday. There's a Happy Sushi that they had built in one of these like super old beautiful buildings. So I sat outside, had my sushi, got a little bit studeno, a little bit cold, and walked inside and had another beer. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. And the hotel, just everything, it's like an old 50s. The lady didn't really know, but I think I would say it's like a 50s era hotel, completely redone, just completely. It still has the old school elevators with like weird writing and stuff, so they kept sort of like the cool funky bones of it, but of course revamped. The best shower I've ever had, like this morning, officially the best shower I've ever had in my life. Okay, the bathroom was massive, must have been one of the bedrooms, because I think it was like an old, maybe a house or some apartment or something like that. So panoramic restaurant on the top floor, all that stuff. Anyways, 5 freaking stars, super cheap as always, you know, crazy fast internet, and they had the blackout blinds, so wow, did I ever sleep, just like whew, completely slept. Got out of there at noon today, but when I opened up the drapes and they had those, yeah, like, so you can sleep, like, fuck, just sleep. You open it up, boom, the Danube River right below me. Come on, you gotta love that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of bike news. Bike has been absolutely awesome. Oh my god, just absolute. I'm on it all the time. I just came back from Varna. I've been doing little trips to Burgas and Varna to do some shopping. Holy crap, you should see a new IKEA in how pretty it is here, you know, people just like, you know, how awesome the new IKEA in Varna is. So it used to be just look at this building, like the old architecture. Oh come on, it's so cool. So there used to be just kind of like a satellite store where you walk in and, you know, they have like catalog internet, they'll help you with your kitchen and stuff, but now it's a full-fledged store. And what makes it really awesome is that it's really not one of those full-size stores where you spend a day in. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but sometimes it gets a little bit tedious where you have to, like, you know, literally walk 3 football fields. So it's kind of in between, completely brand new, everything is spotless, super nice people, super cool. So you kind of get that cool vibe. You still get stuck in that IKEA maze. However, oh, it's just perfect because you get all the crap that you need and some of the crap that you don't. You can always order online. Their online system is still a little bit archaic, a little bit, they don't know what the fuck, you know, the left hand is doing with the right hand. But I think once you learn a little bit how the system works, you become you just figure it out. Like you just work with them, and in the end it works just fine, right to your door. Just awesome. I was just as I was leaving yesterday, my IKEA guy just called and said, hey man, I'm here outside, and I mean literally the bike was already running, so I got on my shit. I order from them all the time and I waste too much time and money, but it's okay. But anyways, so but the biggest thing is when you go down to the IKEA shop in Varna, once you're done with the maze, you have all your cool stuff, there's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. I love it. And a store, so you can buy like all the meatballs and the sausages and all that stuff. Can you buy the sausages? Oh, word of warning, do not buy the vegetable IKEA meatballs ever. Not because they're vegetarian and I'm a meatster, but just don't buy them. They're really terrible. They're just bad. I really gave them a big shot. I bought the big bag and I incorporated them in different dishes and stuff like that. Just please don't buy pork, buy chicken. Just do that. Definitely worth the money. And the coolest thing about the hot dogs here in Bulgaria, and I've had them in 24 different countries now, so it's a little different. The freaking hot dog is like this big. Okay, so it's way longer. There's a joke in here somewhere. It's way longer than anyone I've ever seen. It was spectacular. I was just kind of staring at it like, what the hell? But the other thing is they have toppings, but not like your cheap crappy toppings. You know, I love ketchup and all that stuff, but they'll grill some onions for you, and they give you like pickles and peppers and, you know, all the regular condiments, of course. It was awesome. It was so huge. And it's 250 leva, so it's still, you know, incredibly inexpensive. And if you're a normal human being, if you just want like a quick lunch, 120 euro, whatever that works out to, it's, you know, it's quite a lunch. You know, get a drink or whatever. Anyways, they treat me really well. I love hanging out there. It's really nice. Again, really clean, really new, and really kind of fancy. Definitely worth your visit. Just check it out. Just go have a Bulgarian hot dog, IKEA hot dog. Now, also part of my trip, I went to get finally my first BMW service for my bike. You know, I've not been a good person when it comes to this thing, because you're supposed to go, you know, the first 1,000 kilometers and blah blah blah. You know, the booklet gives you all this shit that you have to do, because it is a fairly complicated sort of a you know, computer motorcycle. I said, fuck it, I'm going to do all my shit at home. I did my oil change, I do all the, you know, bolt tightening and all that stuff. So I thought to myself that about 5,000 I'll bring the bike to the dealer, made an appointment online, all that stuff. So nice, you know, they did absolutely everything for me. I always have this like chip on my shoulder, or I always think like, oh, they're gonna do something, or it's gonna be really expensive, gonna try to rip me off. Made an appointment, I asked a couple of things. They fucking treat me like George Clooney, okay? I go in. This is when I went to IKEA. They said, Matt, your bike will be ready about 3 hours. All my questions answered. I wanted to get my 1 second. See this? This is where you put your rug. Something like that. Sorry, windy again. So they I asked to tighten up the rear shock, because I'm driving a little bit, riding a little bit more, not faster. I'm not breaking the speed limit, I promise. Just a little bit more aggressively. I'm getting used to the bike, so I wanted to tighten the back shock. Oil change, the freaking air filter they changed, which is a pain in the ass. And you know how much it cost? This is BMW dealership. It's like a $500–600 service in, you know, in the West, in Canada, whatever. 125. Full report. All that stuff goes back to BMW, because it's all connected. You know, they show me the old filters, they show me all this stuff. The guy sitting outside describing everything. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It costs 125 euros to do everything. How freaking incredible. I was astonished. I mean, just absolutely astonished. They were so nice. Everything is 100%. The bike has now about 6,000 kilometers, just a little bit less. It, you know, considering that it really is the least expensive product that BMW sells, it truly is. The fact that, you know, how well the dealer's been treating me, and the way that the bike has been working, and I'm on it every day almost, and zero problem. Like, not one thing, like a clip, nothing. It looks and works as good as new. So that is clearly amazing, because I know the original models from a couple years ago for this particular bike have been a bit of a nightmare with loads and loads of problems. They've been ironed out. So if you're looking for a bike, and if you live in Bulgaria or planning to move here, it's a must. I mean, it's a must, especially with fuel prices. And just the fun factor of it all. Just think the fun factor. Yeah, and of course the $5 per month, €5 per month insurance costs. This doesn't exist anywhere on planet Earth. So yeah, if you're looking to buy a bike, just let me know, and I'll steer you in the right directions, and all that stuff. So that's been just absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm spitting. So now let's go to Sunny Beach. Only recently, in the last few days, the weather has actually gotten a little bit better. By a little bit, I mean, sit down for this. I hope you're sitting down. Smile on your face. On Friday, which is 2 days from now, the first beach bar will open, and it's the German bar. I call it the German bar. I'm not sure what its name is, but it's where all the grumpy people are. But it's wonderful. next to the Windy City, just to your left, will open, okay, Friday morning, because it's going to be on my beach. Yes, it's my beach. 25 degrees. 25. Okay, so just wrap your head around that. And they're gonna open. They're gonna serve nalivne biri and plastic chairs on the beach, and I'm gonna be sitting there on Friday the moment I arrive. I think I'll be just kind of cruising around here for a little bit, and I'll be back on the beach, yeah, on Friday. So if you guys are here, Bulgarian folks, you know, whoever's here, if you want a small holiday, let me buy you a beer, come to Sunny Beach. It's awesome. Okay, so now on a just kind of a different note, you know, the fucking Russian Hitler obviously, you know, started this invasion of a sovereign country, as you guys know. So a lot of Ukrainian folks have and I mean a lot. Ukrainian folks have arrived to Sunny Beach over the last, it's been about a month or so that you're just getting this kind of a big influx, which is awesome. I mean, I'm so happy to see, you know, fresh faces, new people, new stories. The stores are completely full of people, even Mladost lineups. When was the last time, you know, there was a lineup at Mladost in, you know, March, April, well, March. Never, that's never happened. I've never been to Sunny Beach. I've been living there for 10 years. I've never been to Sunny Beach where I walked around in March where there's cars, you know, just like almost backed up cars. So many people. But it's quite festive, you know. Everybody seems to have a big smile on their face. They seem to be very optimistic. I've sat down on Flower Street. I sat with a lot of these guys outside of Janet, in Janet, and just sort of chatting with everyone. You know, sharing stories and stuff like that, and they seem to be very optimistic. They're gonna stick around here until you know, this monster stops attacking their country. Hopefully it will end, you know, very, very soon. And, you know, obviously everybody wants to just go back to their old lives, rebuild their lives, rebuild their country. You know, I don't want to get too much into politics. I'm really upset about that. You know, the whole nuclear weapons were supposed to be a deterrent, and they, you know, they've become a deterrent, but in the worst possible way. That they are deterring from, you know, NATO and the Americans to, I mean, how long would it take to get rid of the Russians in Ukraine and Russia? 72 hours in 3, 4, 5, 6 days. But they're, you know, they don't want to start a huge war. So the intended effect of, yeah, like this nuclear deterrence, just is kind of the opposite in this case when I think about it. So it really fucking sucks. Everybody has their hands behind their backs. I understand that the West is feeding Ukrainians some arms and intel and stuff like that, but I just don't think it's enough. This should have ended ages ago. You know, if the Americans stepped in, or just some NATO forces from you know, Poland or whatever, this would have been over obviously a long time ago. It's embarrassing that this is happening, that this was allowed to happen, that it happened. I'm super sad looking at some of the video and photos of leveled cities. Then I look at my clock, my watch and the calendar, and that this has been allowed to happen in my lifetime in 2022, in the age of, you know, just information and all this stuff.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sunny Beach, of course.
Sunny Beach.
Oh, of course. The #1 resort. It's right on the coast. Have you never been?
No.
Never been to Sunny Beach?
No.
Why not?
Money.
Oh, shit. It's very beautiful. You should come visit me. Nice to meet you.
But I have been working in England, in Birmingham.
Ah.
I like this England. I like.
You like England?
Yeah.
Wonderful. See? She loves England, as
See you soon.
do I. I'll see you in England.
Bye.
Ciao. So I don't want to sound depressing, but it really bums me out. The Ukrainian families, again, hundreds if not thousands of them now have arrived on the coast. They're dragging, you know, these crying children with them. They don't have anything. They, you know, at best they have their car. I know there's a lot of Ukrainian people who own properties in Sunny Beach, so they're fine. I mean, geez, they are super fine. There's some really fancy cars in my, you know, in my parking lot. Ukrainian Teslas and $100,000 SUVs. So those guys are going to be fine. But I'm just a bit sad about, you know, just. It just sucks. Fuck, it sucks. Fuck, it sucks. It really sucks. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But let's go back to Sunny Beach. So, in terms of Sunny... Oh my god, 1 second. Oh. This country is amazing. How do they know I was coming? Cheers. Cheers that all this stuff is finally gone, like all the bad stuff, and we just have good stuff. And we can enjoy our summer, and all this shit is finally over. And sorry, I'm just so pissed off that all these shitty things have been happening for the last few months for the least deserving human beings on planet Earth. Okay, let's cheer up a bit. Let me tell you why I'm here. Okay, so first and foremost, my biggest hobby in the whole entire world, as you know, is cruising around Bulgaria and villages and towns and exploring and having a beer. However, this trip that I'm on right now has a bit of a fun spin to it. Okay, so I'm here, and in about maybe 1 hour, I need to figure it out. The way I travel so flighty, I never pre-book anything, nothing ever, not a hotel, no nothing. So somehow, right now, I left my motorbike at the hotel, and it will sleep there. And what I'm going to do is jump on some type of transportation today. There might be a boat, which will be my ideal situation, or a bus, or I'll just take a taxi over to, what a weird car, over to Romania. Okay, so in a few hours, be fucking jealous, I'm going to be roaming the streets of epic Bucharest. If you've never been, oh my god, it's so crazy. It's so much fun. I've been many times and I can't wait. So in a few hours, like after you're watching this video, I will be in Romania. I'm gonna get a hotel there, and at 8 o'clock this evening, I'm gonna go see Louis C.K., the world famous American comedian. I'm gonna drink some more beers and hang out, and then in the evening maybe go have some cabbage rolls. My buddy Kelly said you gotta have Romanian cabbage rolls, so I'll do that maybe for lunch or in the evening, roam around and try to continue this video because I have so much more stuff to tell you. What else? Yeah, there's just so much more stuff. Just happy summer is here. I'm feeling a little bit more cheerful now. It's gonna be a strange summer in Sunny Beach. I know it will be busy because it's always busy. It doesn't seem affected by anything. The whole coast, Sunny Beach, Bulgaria, the Black Sea, all the resorts, all the stuff, they don't really seem to be super affected by all this stuff. And now that the Russians aren't gonna come, a little bit sad about that, because you know, my neighbors aren't going to be here, the kids are not going to be running around and screaming and all that stuff, which I love, to be honest. It's just, I do, it's fine. Yes. So I'm not going to see, you know, my friends that always come, and I always see the kids, you know, growing older, and everybody's always full of stories. But you know, just Russians can't do anything. They are stuck. They are just stuck. I hope that changes today, essentially now. So everybody is free to do whatever the hell they want to. And this all, you know, like I said, all this shit finishes really, really quickly. Look at this guy's Ducati. It's beautiful. Cheers, then. Really beautiful. What else can I tell you? Maybe I'll tell you a little bit my renovations. I dug everything out of the house down to concrete, literally like scraping the concrete floors, washed everything, replaced everything from appliances to paint. Just everything has been replaced inside my apartment. I think there's maybe a mosque there or something, I'm not sure. Replaced absolutely everything, and everything is now like on Wi-Fi, you know, everything, literally. Check out this scenario. On Friday, I'm gonna try to time this. Is gonna be the stupidest thing ever. Start my wash before I leave, go to the bar. I have this programmed, okay, with Alexa and all this other shit. Sorry, I know this is boring, but it's connected to Wi-Fi, where it tells your smartwatch when your wash and dry are finished. I mean, how cool is that? You're sitting at a beach bar and boom, it tells you your dry cycle is done. I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. Okay, I'll try to continue this stupid video well, from Romania, if I can figure out a way to get there from here. It's really beautiful, you know. It's very, I understand that I'm in Europe, obviously, but some cities, especially in Bulgaria, feel, I don't know, more European, I guess. It's really difficult to pinpoint exactly that look and feel of some of these places, but it's gorgeous here. You know, these old, I fucking love these old apartments. You know, these really wide roads, and of course, you know, parks in the middle, people having cigarette parties and drinking their beers, looks like they're feeding their pigeons. Everybody seems to have a smile on their face, so that's the most important thing. And yeah, I'll continue in a little bit. I really have to figure out a way to get to Bucharest. Cheers, you know, cheers you guys. I'll try to continue shortly. Okay, let's continue on. Since I'm in Ruse, of course, on the Danube, you must see the actual Danube. But here's a sign, the Ruse sign. It's very nice. Sorry about the wind, but it's always windy. This is where I stayed last night, in this hotel. I didn't have the upper floors because executives only. That's what she said or something, but it wasn't very busy. Well, it was kind of busy. I had an epic view. And that's where my bike is stored right now, safely for the next couple of days. So again, sorry about the wind, but look at this park. Everything is absolutely brand new. It just looks like brand new, just awesome. Okay, along the river, bike paths, you know, stuff for the kids and stuff like that. Some restaurants and boats and stuff cruising around, and lots of plants and no garbage. You know, it's really nice. It's very very, very modern. Okay, so are you ready for, you know what, somebody needs to make a music video, or at least a song called Pirinsko on the Danube. Can't believe it's so summery right now. Fucking hell. Okay, so how did this happen to me? Somebody left another Pirinsko for me on top of a fire hydrant. How does that even happen? Okay, so check this out. This is the mighty, and I'm not saying that lightly, the mighty Danube River from the BG side. On this almost feels muggy, it's hot, you know, it's hot on this beautiful summer day, and it's summertime. And yeah, this, sorry about that, and this whole thing here is all brand new, all the way to, I'm assuming, where all the shipping and stuff happens, maybe like boat maintenance, repair and stuff. I haven't been there yet, but I will go on the way back because I love shit like that. And some cool apartments along the you know, along the shore here. Just imagine waking up to a view like this. It's really cool. So yeah, it looks like there is a barge full of barge items, and not much really else. I think there's a restaurant or a number of restaurants here that open in the summer. They were not open yesterday. That, you know, you just one of those converted things where they blah blah blah, you sit around, drink a beer and eat some French fries or chips. But how cool is that? Look at some of these properties, you know. Just think back a million years. Well, whatever, 40s, 50s. And look at some of these homes. You know, these would have been single family dwellings for the, you know, really fancy rich folks. And they probably remain so today, but probably cut up a little bit, or they don't seem abandoned, that's for sure. But oh, they're so beautiful, Jesus. Okay, so the other thing I need to say is that I really need to get across the water. I thought maybe there would be like a little boat or something that'll take me, but I have asked, and everybody says I need to take a taxi or a bus. But you know, the bridge is that way, I think. Yeah, it's that way, and it's brand new, so it has like a train. That guy did the same thing. It's got a train underneath, I believe. Obviously that'll be super cool. Boat will be the best, but I need to get my bitch ass across the water right now, because my show starts around 8 o'clock. I don't have a hotel. I don't have absolutely anything planned except my QR code for the show. That's it. Oh, and also I wanted to show you, well, it's not happening right now, but just along the river here, of course, obviously they planned this hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands, is a railway track. So I didn't see any trains today, but there's passenger trains and trains full of goods that cruise along the thing. Look at this park, look at these beautiful trees. It's really awesome here. You know, if you're here, you know, you come to Bulgaria, I always say, you know, try to stay away from that week-long drunk holiday, and say, Janet, we're going to Bulgaria for 2 months. We're going to listen to Matt, and we're going to rent a car or buy a bike or buy a car for $1,000 and drive across, spend a month or two cruising around, exploring this beautiful country, and just really just absorbing all the stuff that this place has to offer. So I really hope you know, hope you guys do that, even some small extent, because I have yet to go to a place where it's like, I mean, sure, not everything is really amazing, but most things are really amazing. So no matter what, you're gonna have the best time ever. So yeah, I guess this road here, I'm not sure if it's for cars anyway. Okay, I'm blabbling now. I'm going to see if I can find some sort of a path to another country. How cool is that? Pow. Okay, Matthew, you want an adventure, and you certainly got one. So let me get one thing out of the way. Don't obviously ever take a taxi in Bulgaria. They're fucking assholes. It's so crazy. You know, from the river, I just wanted to catch some form of transportation to get me to the bus station, train station. Oh, it's like, oh, it's 25 leva. It's literally 5 kilometers. And do you have best contact? Do you have this? And just like 1, 2, 3, 4, just 6 fucking assholes just tried to steal from me. One guy was super nice, and he's like, oh, it's about 4 leva, no problem. Yes, I have contactless. I gave him a 4-time tip because he was just so nice. However, that's completely erase what I just said because it's irrelevant. You know what's going on. So I'm on the very last train to Bucharest today. It's essentially empty. Let's rewind back a bit. Every taxi guy is like, oh no, there's no other transportation, there's nothing. So I ended up catching the train. I guess the taxi guys don't understand that there's a freaking train. Fuck, just thieves, you know. $180 to drive 60 kilometers. Just fucking assholes. Sour taste in my mouth, which will be fixed. Sorry, bantering. Okay, so I've experienced the whole thing. I'm not going to be filming the other side of the tracks because this is where the refugees are coming through. I'm heading towards opposite direction. There's so much security. There's so much stuff going on here. Even me with, I have multiple passports. All this kind of a sketchy guy. It's crazy amount of questions. Inquires about I live in Sunny Beach. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing in Sunny Beach? I live in Bulgaria. I have a Kenyan passport and I have Bulgarian card and all this other and Polish passport and lots of scrutiny. Friendly to a fault, the Bulgarian security border police, but I feel weird about filming everybody here, so maybe I won't. Watch something else. Red Cross, I'm just looking at Red Cross stations here. They actually gave me a water because I was a bit nervous for getting on this train, just because I was scrutinized so much. But I'm leaving now, so there was a train that just arrived full of Ukrainian people to Bulgaria. Just I can't believe I saw this. I can't believe I experienced this, and I guess I just came right on time. Okay, so let's change the subject here. Here is me. Leaving Ruse right now. I'm going to be going over the bridge to end up in Bucharest. I'm not sure how long the trip is. At this point, it doesn't really matter. My show doesn't matter. Again, my hotel, none of that stuff really matters. I'm happy that I got to buy myself a toothbrush and some 50 stotinki toothpaste. That's like, man. Tastes really bad in my mouth, but that's okay. I always tend to forget my toiletries for some reason. Anyways, just bullshit, doesn't matter. So yeah, let me show you. Let's just try to cheer up a little bit. Everybody's so nice, just so nice. The Bulgarian people, they're so fucking nice. Everybody's so nice. Okay, so let me just show you where I am. Again, the train is completely empty. There's just a few folks. Maybe going to see Louis C.K. Thank you, I just want to show you it's perfectly clean, perfectly awesome, very old style. I love these trains. As you know, the older the better. And in this case, let me show you the bathroom. The bathroom. It's not so bad. And you can see some of the Rusian countryside here. See if I can get this thing kind of like this and like this. These beautiful old factories. I love old factories. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my place. And I am very lightly, extremely lightly packed because I left all my stuff at the bike. I left my bike, you guys are probably curious why. I don't want to deal with documents, my license, and I didn't want to go over the border with my bike. Just never know. Just never know what's gonna happen. Plus, I don't know the city very well. I didn't want to just. Plus, I had a beer in the shower this morning, so I'm obviously not going to be ever drinking when I'm on my bike. So super safely parked, in case you're wondering. Left all my luggage at the hotel, so I just have my bag, my little bag with me. Just have my MacBook and documents, like one T-shirt and my 50 stotinki toothpaste, and that's it. Okay, that's it for now because I'm going to finish. I'm going to chug this beer right now, okay? So the 60-kilometer trip from Ruse across the border, across the Danube to Romania took about 3 hours, passport control, all kinds of stuff. I am here in Bucharest, so just arrived 2 seconds ago. This was my train, okay, and I haven't eaten anything. I drank my last Pirinsko, and just have a look and see what's happening here. There's all these like refugee centers and stuff to help people with stuff. I'm not sure if I should even be filming here, but you can have a look some of the stuff that's happening here. I don't have any food. I still don't have my hotel. My show starts in I don't even think about it right now, in about an hour or hour and a half or something. I can't believe I'm here. So crazy what's happening here. This is where the volunteers help, I guess, provide food and water, maybe accommodations, maybe some money, I'm not sure. I'm gonna get some cheeseburgers. It's the only thing I can think of right now to get, but this is what's happening. I have an idea. This is Bucharest Central Station right now, and it's 6 o'clock, 6:30. I gotta find a place to sleep tonight and then drop off my bag and all my crap and the stupid camera and my phones and stuff, and go check out my show. Interesting being here, I gotta tell you. Okay. So let's actually stop the kind of madness, the political stuff, and me bantering and yelling and being mad at the current world situation. Plus, you know, I didn't even want to take I did maybe a little bit take a video of more, you know, the refugee stuff and what's happening in Romania and absolutely stunning Bucharest. However, I thought to myself that there are far better and more informed people that can show you this amazing city that I spent a really whirlwind a night in and just had an absolute freaking blast. So let me just continue a little bit on a bit of a lighter note since the last little video clip. I got off the train, no problem. I still didn't have a hotel. It's incredibly busy. It's incredibly metropolitan in Bucharest. I couldn't believe the traffic and the people. Everybody's beautiful and dressed nice and, you know, all this stuff. Really cool. You know, as much as I love Sofia, it's kind of a different vibe. A lot more kind of, I don't know, is it more metropolitan? I like using that word sometimes, but it does feel a little bit different. It's gorgeous, the old town, and you know, the little trolley buses and really fancy cars, of course, and just beautiful people, and lots of really great food and lots of really great street food. So where I ended up again trying to find a hotel, because I'm completely unprepared, because I'm just like this big going from place to place, and it was super busy. You know, you go to find a place downtown somewhere, 150 euros for one night, and you know, the girl behind the counter says, we are full, buddy. And it's Wednesday 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's really crazy. I tried to find some cheaper places, but also again completely packed. The ladies kind of called around. They were able to find me a really cool place exactly where I want to be, near because I was going to see the Louis C.K. show, which was wow. You know, the stuff that you see on TV, his Netflix specials and stuff like that, that's like child's play. I was like gasping, oh my goodness, some of the stuff that he was saying, the jokes, and like, and the audience was like, holy fuck. It was raunchy and racist, and like, even by my standards, don't get me wrong, it was awesome. I was fucking crying in laughter, but nothing like what you see in the specials, nothing that you buy on online, none of that kind of stuff. I mean, it was awesome. And also he used some kind of a local kind of jokes and funny things about Eastern Europe and what's happening. Anyways, absolutely brilliant, just on the ball. He had a few comedians in there as openers, local guys, a local lady, this lady from New York, this guy from some Scandinavian guy. Just absolutely boom. I loved it, just absolutely loved it. So I just want to tell you where I am right now. Cheers. Na zdrowie. I am officially the first person here. Geez, I'm front tracking now because of the crazy world and the way the world spins, it's actually a few days after, because again, I didn't want to take the videos of you know, Romania and stuff like that. Awesome. So I will tell you the stories. So after the show, I met up with some friends, you know, had lots of beers. I think around 2 a.m. we got an Uber scooter. So we scooted around, obviously saw the world's second largest building. And if you have never been to Bucharest, it's another one of those, like, oh my God, you have to see it. It's so crazy. You know, it's like that building where you're standing in front of this, what I'm looking at. Yes, I'm at the world's greatest beach resort back home. So the building is so huge that it feels like when you're standing here, and it feels like the sea, like it's that big. It's, your eyes won't even like kind of grab it. It's really something. It's like a skyscraper that just fell down. It's just incredible. And of course the town, everywhere, just cruise around between the modern buildings, and of course all the Soviet era stuff. Oh, it's stunning, just stunning. And I caught like this really cool car show, literally 2 o'clock in the morning, beach dogs, 2 o'clock in the morning, and just kind of chatted with some folks. Motorcycles, you know, because I actually ended up leaving my bike on the other side. Again, paperwork stuff, and just wanted to have a few beers. So that was amazing, amazing, amazing. The next day, again, I got one of the scooters, scooted around downtown. It was great. Caught an Uber. I talked to the guy, and I was just gonna go to the bus station, but I just like told the guys, like, fuck it, let's just take me back across the border to Ruse. Again, another just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous town. Jumped on my bike, and actually on the way back, I took the long way route. Sorry again, I'm just bantering. First time the northern highway, sort of, not quite along the Danube. Smooth as silk, just smooth as silk. Again, drivers awesome. I'm just like beautifully cruising, beautiful day, just wearing a sweater on my bike. I mean, come on, it's awesome. And I got to see some really cool little towns on the way back. Arrived in Varna in the evening, you know, did my IKEA shopping and wandering around. I love it there. And in the middle of the, you know, in the middle of the night, I mean, it was quite late by the time I got home. It was about 11 o'clock. Fed the cats and try to get some sleep, but of course I'm like, oh my God, there's all this stuff happening. So very little rest. I look super tired. I think I slept, I was barbecuing yesterday, I think like 1 o'clock in the morning. Slept for a few hours, and now I am officially the very first patron of the beach bar here. And this is just Windy City. Go to the left. They're still kind of closed. If you want to see what's happening, I mean, look how gorgeous it is. We actually got a tiny bit of rain. If you look at the clouds just a bit, and you know, of course it's just windy. I'm so sorry. So they're not actually quite open yet, but of course this is Bulgaria. Everybody's friendly and incredibly accommodating. So I grabbed one of the, I'm literally the first person and the only person here. That's my place. So now they don't have Pirinsko, but they have Burgasko, and it's 3 leva. I think I just got a bit of a deal because that's actually really really inexpensive. Let me see what it's like. Oh, if you saw my view. So cheers everybody. This is sunny beach now. It is Saturday, and it's actually late in the day because I did try to get a little bit of sleep. So I don't have much more banter at this point in my life, but I'll just sit here and think about all of you coming to visit me right now. Actually, you can come sit next to me. There's lots of chairs. Wait, you ever wonder why the Windy City is called as such? Now you know, now you know. Okay, so the last couple of hours have been completely epic. So first day in a beach bar of the season. Of course, the season really hasn't started yet. Lots of construction going on at the corner here. Sorry for the noise and the wind, of course. So the shops here, my favorite shops, my favorite shopping street is here. And it's really hot. I can't believe how hot it is. So I hang out with the dudes. I wanted to talk to you guys about something called the Bulgarian moment. So you go someplace, you meet up with a bunch of Bulgarian people. They'll always put on some music for you. They'll try to feed you some rakia from Coca-Cola bottle or Sprite, and try to share stories with you. So even if you have a language barrier, it's completely irrelevant. You always understand every single word they're saying. I certainly do. And if they don't speak English, it's the same. It is the most incredibly fun, awesome time you'll ever have. So anytime you get a chance, when you're in Bulgaria, you get to have this sort of a meetup with a bunch of drunk people or sober people. Always take advantage of such moments in your life, you know. And you know, just remember 2 seconds ago, these guys put on some Bulgarian music, then they put on some Scorpions, and I'm just sitting in this like super hot sun. I just close my eyes for a second and like, wow, this is so amazing. I can't believe I'm here right now. And you really forget about, you know, you really do forget about the rest of the world and all the fucking shit that's happening right now. And you really just, it's just good. It's just really good. So when you come, and you should come right away because it's so beautiful here right now, just enjoy those Bulgarian moments every single time that you can. I'm in Windy City, so this is perfectly excusable, the wind noise. It's been windy for days. Anyways, whenever you get a chance to hang out with the locals, anywhere in Bulgaria, well, really just anywhere, it's always going to be an amazing time, because what I just experienced. And you know, the guys that work at the beach bar, they're not actually the guys, are just kind of like the security guy and the guy who cleans up and does the renovations. And they welcomed me with open arms, served me beer. They wanted to give me this other, you know, these questionable fucking things and cigarettes and all this stuff, but unforgettable. It's always unforgettable. Sorry about the long video, and I thank you for sticking it out, and please come, just come, I mean, hang out with me.